Listen up, Earth Angels. Spirit wants me to decipher a little message for you. So I'm going to do it. All right. Getting more used to just like, not over preparing and just going, taking you guys through the process, releasing perfectionism. So yeah, let's call in spirit and shuffle a little, all right? Spirit, angels, ancestors, I ask that you speak through me now with clarity to help me deliver the message with ease, perfection, and confidence for the good of all and the harm of none, except the Israelis. Okay. First, first card is Eight of Wands. That is indicating fast moving communication, movement, rapid change, immediate action, excitement. Ooh, Eight of Wands. All right, love. Yeah, I've been definitely feeling like today is actually a what do you call it? It's a solar eclipse and new moon and solar eclipse in Leo, I think. And new moon in Leo. Happy birthday, Leo. You might be a Leo. Wands is fire, energy. I have a Leo rising myself. We love. Yeah, so rapid change coming, immediate action, and you're excited about it. Yeah, you're going to be hearing movement, hearing communication on something really soon. Ooh. So, yeah, immediate action, excitement. Woo, my goodness. Just going to take one of these. Ooh, the devil. All right. The devil is about toxic energies, obsessions, attachments, addiction, oppression, abusive, sorry, trigger warning, shadow self, materialism, sexual lust, greed, and envy. Okay, so this is talking about an attachment, maybe an unhealthy, a little toxic attachment, obsession that you might be having that is holding power over you. But, these chains are self forged, so you can break them yourself too. So, yeah, all right. And so a rapid change is coming. So I'm getting the sense that you have been doing the work of, like identifying and releasing these toxic energies, these attachments, to anything that kind of has a hold on you and prevents you from being truly free, from truly moving forward on something, making progress on something. And if you haven't been doing that work, you're being called to, yeah, take a look at your shadow self. Take a look at the things you're maybe a little embarrassed about, maybe have a little shame about, struggle to talk about, with other people. But make sure you're honest with yourself and you're making clear to you the things that maybe have a little bit of a hold on you. That's okay. You really got a hold on me. Yeah. Let's see. What is this? Ooh, Temperance. I got this in another deck, and yeah, that's what's coming. So, yeah, Temperance is about like harmony and balancing and the delicate kind of like dance that comes with like, I'm thinking of like tempering chocolate, okay? You kind of gotta like, I don't even know how to temper chocolate, but I imagine you gotta kind of like cool it at a certain thing and you got to move it around so it doesn't stick or something and you got to add a little heat and it's about like balancing and moderation and like moving with like it's so interesting. It's about like it's really alchemy, changing one thing to another, alchemy, integration. So yeah, and so this is a what is it? What did I say? The solar eclipse in Leo. So it's kind of about healing past wounds, past, shadow stuff. You're now able to bring this stuff front of mind and release the hold it has on you. Okay, so balance, harmony, healing, patience, self control, moderation, purpose, peace, calm, tranquility, serenity. Ooh, so that's interesting. The first energy we had was like wands, which is fire, and it's like a very fast paced card. Like these wands are like flying in, shooting in, and they're sprouting. So it's like, something new, something fruitful is coming in, and you're going to be hearing about that. And it's coming in, this change is coming in because you've been doing the work to, recognize what your shadow is, your attachments, any toxic energies that maybe don't need to be here anymore, that aren't going with you to this next season, this next phase, this next level that you're rapidly changing to, this new identity. It's giving main character, it's giving your highest self. This is about like purpose. And so, yeah, I've been hearing that you found your purpose. Like yesterday, I think, yeah, yesterday we had a card, Judgment, which is about like awakening to your like higher calling. And I feel like you were able to do that because you did your shadow work. You went down into the underworld and you brought to light, some unhealthy attachments, some unhealthy like mindsets that were keeping you trapped. And, because you harmonized your light and shadow, because like I'm not getting that you like, beat up the devil and, like nothing's gonna, get ye back, Satan. I think you were like, hey, Satan, what's up? Like, what do you have to show me? And, the devil was like, girl, but it was beautiful. It was cool. We love the devil. Um, I think, is the devil Scorpio? No, it's something else. I think that's death. Anyway, um, but yeah, so if you've been having these unhealthy attachments, I feel like you have been, or you're being called to do the work of moderating yourself, having a little self control. Again, I said these chains were self forged. So you also have the power to liberate yourself from them. Um, and that is bringing you peace, calm, balance, serenity. And it's because you're aligned. You're like in your purpose. Ooh, walking in your purpose. Um, and yeah, so while you're going through this rapid change, definitely have patience with yourself. Tempering chocolate, like the temperance. Oh, is that what that's from? Um, the temperance energy is one of like, kind of like back and forth, like modulating, uh, balancing, the act of balancing, of harmonizing, of tempering isn't static. You're not in stasis. It's a constant flow. It's a constant like reharmonizing and rebalancing. You see this thing is kind of like going back and forth. Um, Wings, might be significant. You might have been seeing white feathers. Um, Yeah, but you're healing and you've been healing. And so, like, the change is coming. Who you are turning into, this new identity is coming. You're actually integrating. Oh, yeah, okay. The temperance is the energy too of like integrating things and going through the process of alchemy, letting things rot, like releasing the things that, need to be cut off. Um, and that can be, mindsets, people, relationships, political systems and ideologies, like ways of, navigating through the world. Um, and yeah, putrefaction is like a necessary part of like transformation, alchemization. It's, what do you call that? Decay. It's when something is rotting. And sometimes, like, you need to cut off the thing that's rotting so it doesn't, harm the rest of the whole, you know? So what are the things you can release, cut off that are having an unhealthy hold on you? And this is you as an individual, but also on us as a society. I always think about like us as a whole, and like sometimes a part of us has become gangrenous and we got to amputate it so it doesn't like infect the rest of us. So I think that's like a message from spirit about the Israelis and the Zionists. We're going to have to cut that off, babe, in order to rebalance things, and to harmonize and to be in our purpose and to have peace and healing and tranquility. And this change is coming fast. So don't hold on too tightly to the things need to let go. And exercise a little self-control, a little self-devotion. I like to think like you deserve to be free. You don't deserve to have anything holding you back or keeping you small, even if you and your mindsets are the things that are, keeping you trapped. But you're doing the work to rebalance and reharmonize and, moderate, and you're really integrating, changing into something really beautiful, into this new, purposeful, free identity. And we just love. Oh, well, my loves, I delivered the message. Ah! So let me know what you think, okay? Like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, you can get a personal reading, or you can go all in and, really integrate this new identity that you are integrating. Oh my God, I don't know why I turned those around so crazily. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Let me just get, that's the order. That's the order we're coming in. Actually, because it's reversed. Let me do it that way. Let me do it that way. All right. I like it that way. Yeah. So head on over to my website, ShebaNewmanBlount.com. Link in my bio. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, get a personal reading. And yeah, go back and watch these episodes, because there is a common thread that, unites and harmonizes all of them. And you're going to see how I became the woman who went from easily receiving $5,000 every month to effortlessly receiving $100,000 every month. And actually, I didn't even, introduce myself, but, I'm a seer, sage, siren, sorceress, and a transformation specialist, sovereignty coach, and ex-lawyer. And I empower women, leaders, and creators to unleash their true selves, walk in purpose as divine disruptors, and create the life of their dreams. And I am able to do that, both the, becoming a woman who went from easily receiving $5,000 every month to effortlessly receiving $100,000 every month, and all the stuff I said, because when change comes, often rapidly, kind of unexpected. Is this right side up? Yeah. I'm able to release attachments to, anything that is restricting my freedom and keeping me from being my full self. And I do that by practicing some self-control, a little self-devotion, and balancing things, cutting off the things that need to get cut off, releasing the things that are no longer serving, nurturing some things, resting, balancing, reharmonizing. Yeah. And now I just be walking up in my purpose, and my life is so peaceful and tranquil and just really freaking beautiful. And you can have the same thing. So Anyway, I love you so much. I see you, and I'll talk to you, Earth Angels, tomorrow, okay?